Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Carolina Gaming Arena studio, where we have an exciting Week 3 game between your UNC Tar Heels and that school down the street in Raleigh, NC State. It is an exciting Week 3. Both teams are 2-0. I am Podsum, or Blake, and next to me I have...
I'm Alan. This is my first time casting, and I'll give you the insights of a GOAT player.
Absolutely. And then...
I'm Adam. I was a UNC alum. I have no idea what I'm doing here.
We have some new people on the desk, but that does not matter because the people in this game are not new. Like I said, UNC, NC State, both teams are fighting for first place in their group, and UNC has never outplaced NC State in the entirety of our esports club. So it'd be exciting to see what goes on in this game. We should be loading into Champion Select here in a few, but anyways, guys, how you guys doing? How's your week been so far?
I'm doing good. Honestly, I've been out and about everywhere, and it's very nice because I've always watched these streams, but I never sat down behind a desk. So it's actually a really strange experience. It's a new experience for sure.
Well, now you guys are able to get that firsthand as we hop into Champion Select, and some pretty interesting bans, the Zeri and the Twitch. Obviously, NC State does not want to see the patented Twitch Jimmy Coy support. All right, then some more ADC bans with the Samira. And the Maokai has seen a lot of prio in professional play, and from high elo solo queue, I would not know what that's like, but here we are. 4 ADC bans.
It is ADC meta, so ADC counter pick and support are going to be heavily prioritized.
Especially with the new IE change. Now 40% in order to get that IE buff.
Maybe a Nami here?
So
Nami
top
combo?
ADCs that are still left up on the board, we have Varus, we have Lucian, we have Jin, and the Nami is going to be first picked.
Now, will they pick Lucian away from the Nami, or they'll just counter with their own?
Wasn't Lucian Nami kind of nerfed a little bit after Worlds?
It's still pretty strong.
Still pretty strong?
Yeah.
All right, Bob Timer.
We'll probably see a Varus here. Varus for flex bot and support. That's my guess.
And then what's really great about Varus is you are able to build him two different ways. You have the poke Varus, and then you have the press the attack Varus, or is it lethal tempo? I can't remember. But yeah, so. But
Yo!
Ooh.
Lee Sin pick. I'm
Yeah.
excited to see that. You don't see a lot of Lee Sins, actually.
And the Udyr pretty much insta-lock.
Nami
And
Lucian.
the Lucian locked in as well. Yeah, so it is Lucian Nami. Very aggressive 2v2 lane. Have to see what NC State responds with. If they do pick support here, or if they try and get one of their solo lanes ready.
I would probably go towards, they should pick a strong mid laner and ban out for mid for a state.
They want to keep
And then pick support on 4.
any of the solid meta mids out of Kersey's hands. It's actually going to be
Oh,
Sejuani.
Bobby's
So
taking it.
Timer's Sejuani.
Bobby's taking Sedge top.
Sejuani top. Sejuani has had a lot of prio in LCS from what I've been seeing. You basically either see it or it's banned in every single game just because of it's so incredibly strong right now.
Yeah, just the engage, the tankiness, and then Bob Timer plays Sejuani a lot, and he just knows the champion inside and out.
I would assume he's going to ban GP here, too. I know Bobby hates that champ, so.
Could Rami Baba style on Bob Timer with the Gangplank if it is not banned?
Oh, wait. Rami also told us beforehand that him and Bob Timer have some kind of bet going on where whoever loses this best out of 3 has to change their in-game name to whatever the other person chooses.
So there's more. This is more to this game than just the playoff picture. It is you have to change your League of Legends IGN to hopefully nothing too embarrassing. But yeah, the Annie ban is interesting. I don't really recall Annie being incredibly meta right now.
She got reworked two days ago.
Buff,
and her win rate skyrocketed. So that's the only. I'm assuming that's the only reason. I know Ben likes to play random picks that like first, started out. So
The Leona pick into the with the Ezreal into Lucian Nami.
I don't know if I like that too much.
Yeah.
There's the GP.
Rami Baba
There's the gangplank.
going for the skill matchup in the top lane. Just trying to beat that tank
It can be quite hard.
with Gangplank's interesting because if you aren't able to get ahead early on, it can be kind of hard to get going if your barrels aren't able to be effective in team fights. But the Azir being hovered.
They need a strong side laner for UNC.
Maybe
Right,
a Silas?
Silas would be. I think Silas is pretty good here, but it's hard blind into, especially I know. I know the other Silas mid has a lot of counter matchups, so it's really hard to blind.
Yeah, I'm looking at the amount of ultimates that you could steal from NC State. You have that Sedge ult, you have the Leona ult, you have the Lee Sin ult even, and Silas
there's
is
the
being
Silas
hovered by
phase.
NC State themselves, and they are going to lock it in. And there are, on the flip side, a lot of good abilities for this Silas to steal. You have the Azir wall, you have the Tidal Wave, you have the Gangplank Cannon Barrage, you have the Culling. I mean, really, there's not a bad ultimate that Silas can steal to be used, but there is so much engage on the side of NC State. Just looking at it based off of Champion Select, who do you guys think won this first game's Champion Select?
I actually think it's gonna be quite brawly. I think both bot lanes are really kind of aggressive, and then both solo lanes have pretty much skill matchups. I've seen both sides win it, so I think it's quite even. It's pretty much a skill and a macro dependent game. Because I know State has all the engage, and they like playing 5v5s, and I've told UNC and hopefully Rami knows to not play 5v5 into State. So we'll see if that happens.
Yeah, looking at red team side, looks like they're gonna try to engage and like go on blue team. Blue team has a good amount of like front line to back line and then Azir wall with the peel. But Sejuani can easily just like Q over it, ult. So it'll be interesting. This seems like a very volatile match. And if Rami can like scale and land some like really good barrels, I can see UNC taking it.
Yeah, if this game goes the distance, I know that Lucian Nami will only get more powerful with the dashing in, the two-shot and dashing back out. You have, like I said, like you were saying, those gangplank barrels. If you get enough crit and enough lethality and just get that one perfect barrel does like 1,500 damage, and all of a sudden all of your health is gone, and you immediately have to back out of the fight. But it will be up to both teams to try and continue their fight to take first place in their group. We are going to hop into a short break while we get rid of that spectator delay. Do not go anywhere. UNC Esports will be right back. Woo. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Carolina Gaming Arena studio. I am Podslam, joined by the amazing Alan Dang and Stroko once again for this Week 3 matchup between UNC Chapel Hill and NC State Esports. First place in the group on the line. IGN name change on the line. So much at stake here, and even just bragging rights at that with our rivals down the road. I want to hear your guys' predictions for how this early game is going to go. Not necessarily the game as a whole, but where does the early game go? Does it go in favor of UNC or does it go in favor of NC State?
I would honestly lean more towards State simply because their top three are just so much more just better skirmishing, and I'm really expecting State or Lee Sin and Silas to kind of take over early game and try to make an impact bot lane where Lucian Nami should be expected to win. But I'm pretty sure it's just mainly Lee Sin and Silas. If Lee Sin and Silas get ahead early, then they can make Lucian Nami irrelevant from the game. But if that doesn't happen, then UNC has a decent chance of winning.
Yeah, looking at it, on UNC's side, like Lucian Nami lane should be very oppressive, and on NC State side, like Silas should be winning his mid lane matchup, even though Azir's range. Silas just does a lot of damage once he gets on Azir. And yeah, just seeing if Silas and Lee Sin can do something like roam together, try to make plays around the map. Lucian Nami is surely going to be pushed up, and Leona has great like CC if they ever gank bot lane.
A lot of ways for NC State to get the ball rolling. Now, something I think is interesting for Gangplanks, I see a lot of them take first strike. Rami did not do that this game. I don't know if that's just a personal choice or if that is something that that is like you can either do first strike or you can do fleet footwork. So I'm just a little bit curious about that into the Sejuani matchup. I feel like you would want to be able to use that early presence that you do have to try and get some extra gold.
I think I know. I remember playing this matchup before when I'm in my solo games, and then I said this GP went fleet, and I just couldn't do anything to him because he was too healthy. Because I know the Sej has a lot of kill windows on GP if he goes first strike, simply because you chunk him out with W. And if he gets low enough, you just have like if he's half HP, you can just kill him. But with fleet, Sej he'll just pretty much stay healthy all the time, and Sej can never kill you from 100 to 0, which is how Sej. Oh, I'm looking at a level 3.
Like, gank top lane already.
Let's see Rami Baba in a bit of trouble. The 2v2's there, the flash, and he dodges the knockup, but does get hit by the Lee Sin Q, and I don't think they're actually no, they're going to commit to it. Diving. Is he going to be able to get the return kill? Oh, so close. First kill going over to NCSU.
Very good gank. I was expecting him to just recamp in the bot because everyone in this game already knows the bot. It's just bot meta, but he kind of faked everyone out, went top with it.
It was great from Rami. Dodged the dash from Sejuani. I thought he was out after that, but it's just so much damage with the ignite and with the Lee Sin. And
oh, Lee Sin backed after. If Lee Sin stayed here and killed him again, it would be doomed for him.
Yeah, I think he was a little bit. I think he only had like 100 HP, so all Rami would need is an auto and a Q, and he just gets killed right there. But
we'll see if UNC can make something happen on blue side with Udyr. Udyr path top, so this is quite awkward.
Dragon is not up for a minute 10, so NC State not looking to capitalize on an early Dragon just yet, but a lot of attention bot side. Udyr might go in there. It's 2v3. Leona is here as well. Silas Chains are going to miss. Sleepy playing a very dangerous game, being that close.
They should be winning.
Fight up here in the top lane. Rami going to dodge most of the abilities and get a nice trade out of that.
What do you guys think about like grass on GP? Do people still go that?
Not too much.
Yeah. I think it's like we were saying earlier. It's either first strike or apparently fleet footwork now. Just because I think with the range changes to grasp, where it's like a lot less now, I think that is what really killed it for GP because you can't use it on your Q anymore or as much and it be as effective. But Kitty making a trip down to bot lane just to say hi and going back into his spot side jungle. Uh-oh. Silas is going to go in onto Kersey. Does dash out, though.
Seems like he's out of mana. Can't get his wave in either. Bot wave is good though, but Udir's not bot side here.
Yeah, if I was NC State, I'd try and shove this in and then maybe rotate towards Dragon. You do have Kitty right there to be able to rotate to the Infernal. It's a very nice Dragon to have early on. It might look to do that.
Game state still isn't too bad. I mean, Udir is quite a bit ahead, like 4 camps ahead of Lee Sin and CS. Rami is not terribly behind, maybe down an item a little bit.
I mean, Gangplank's essentially full build. He's got the Sheen, so what more could you? Oh,
Mid's up 10 CS too. That's really good by Curse here.
gold lead is just barely in favor of NC State by about 200 gold. So, game's essentially even.
Yeah, just minus that first blood.
Yeah, the first blood just didn't happen, right, Rami? First blood didn't happen. We will now
Really
see.
good punish though.
Yes.
Lee Sin has nothing to do here for a good minute. She can't do anything.
Which is why I think it's a little bit of a missed opportunity from them for not taking that Infernal Dragon when you had 3 people bot side and bot had Prio. And Rami, a little bit of skirmish up there, gets half health and actually goes for the all-in Bob Timer. Gonna get the solo bolo. Oh no, it's not enough. Wait, no. Wait, Azir has robes top. Kersey is there. Can he get the clean up? Kitty is here as well. Does have the wall if need be. And he does use it, the shutdown. And it's actually more than just Kersey. Steepy here as well. Pops the ghost. Is going to secure it. There it is. A double kill over to Kersey. And they're going to shove this wave in. Maybe get some plates off the back end. But a great turn of events for UNC right there.
That was a really good roam by Azir right there.
Rami's gonna say he baited it, but I'm pretty sure he messed up.
Uh-oh, Steepy could be in a bit of trouble, and Silas does not do the most of damage right now, so just gonna walk out. Did he get the scuttle stolen?
Yeah, you just smited it away.
Oh, he did. Okay, so he won. That's all that matters.
This game is now looking really good. If Azir's head, this game is really hard for State. They don't have much to get onto him.
150 gold bounty onto Kersey, and NC State wanting to engage on this bot side, but Cypress is so incredibly elusive with that Lucian just dashing around.
I'm surprised UNC is not making a lot more happen bot with the wave states happening. And they're kind of playing towards State and playing towards top side.
We have to see how well they can, because I mean this entire bot lane has been pushed into UNC for a majority of it. So I'd see them rotating towards the dragon now, or at least getting some vision in the brush right there. They have one in the try as well. So again, now would be, well, now would not be the best time because you do have Steepy on that bot side for the counter. But I feel like if you were able to spot him anyway towards when he's going top side, trying to get this dragon stacking going, because both teams wanting to get a lead, and I think that's a great way to start that gold advantage. CR taking, that's a big chunk of damage.
This could be a dragon. Maybe after next recall, because GP6 seems like there might be another top server.
Zibikoi caught out by the Zenith Blade. That's a lot of damage. Zibikoi gonna fall to Jasno. Cypress, can he get a return? No, just no damage, and so much burst coming out from NC State. And Rami's in a bit of trouble again, trying to dodge the Lee Sin Q, and hits the ultimate, but it's not going to be enough. Wait, is it actually? No. Thought the turret was onto him, but another kill on the top side for NC State.
State's making plays all over the map.
I think if you're Cypress there, you kind of wanted that Leona E to hit you there, because then she might die or have to burn her flash. You cleanse and flash, so you're perfectly safe. Uh-oh, Kersey.
UNC needs to start making moves happen, because right now they're just kind of letting NC State walk over them.
Yeah, speaking of making moves, I believe Steepy is on the Rift Herald right now. So that will be nice burst of gold for them. If he does take this top side, Sejuani is recalling. Bob Timer's not going to be there to defend this Herald, so might be able to get three plays out of it. Wave shoving in, but I don't think they are going to take it top. I think they're going to wait a little bit.
Got it. Well, let's see where Steepy wants to use it. He can either, this is going to pretty much determine where they want to play towards. He can either help Rami get back in the game or just try to get their bot lane snowballing.
I think it's so wild that even though NC State's up 2 kills, they're only up 300 gold. I mean, like, this match is still pretty much even despite NC State having that 2 gold lead.
GP prints money.
GP is the sole cause of inflation. It's all his fault.
Meteor's also up 30 CS-ish, so makes a big difference. Nothing's happened though, but Rami's gonna have a hard time in the lane considering he has Sedge has all those kills.
Dragon is going to be started up. CR did use that TP onto mid lane, so is not going to have a numbers advantage for this.
This is good though. What Kersey and Jas have items, so it's gonna be mid versus 80 here.
Essence Reaver online for Jas. Red is off in the wings, looking for that engage there. But NC State wanting to go on this mid lane. Kersey has the dash and dodges the Sedge ult. The wall is going to miss it. It was a great play.
We don't need a no. You know, it's like no ults were used. It's okay.
Yeah.
No ults were used.
Just cut off that highlight at like after he dodges the Sedge ult. Just don't show the rest of it, and it's perfect.
This could be really good. They still have GP or
no, GP ult's not online just yet.
It's just gone.
NC State is going to secure, and they know Steepy's there. At least the Zenith Blade on. The culling is going to go down, but that Leona is so darn tanky. Steepy in a bit of trouble trying to run out. Red is on the life support right there. Kitty going to use the ultimate owl. And CR
doesn't have much mana here, but
does have enough mana. Does have the Conqueror online. Flashes away from CR. CR still has the ultimate.
Ooh. Close.
The Andrew's not going to be enough, but Kitty actually waiting in the bush here. Oh, Jimmy Koi's so low. Oh, no. Oh, waste of the cannon barrage for Rami Baba.
Uh-oh. Rami's going to get dove here.
She doesn't have ult, so don't know if she would be able to 200 to 0M.
Too hard to see from here.
Herald is going to be popped mid lane, so going to be 2 plates in the pocket of Steepy and Kersey, maybe a third if he decides to stay and get that last little tick off. Doesn't have any mana. This is scary for Kersey. Yeah, the flash onto it is going to dodge the chains though. Rami's in a bit of trouble right there. Does have the minion wave to help him out. Does he still have W? Does have W. He's going to be locked up, and there's the. Oh wait.
Ooh, that hard steal.
Wait, Sedge has ult. Why didn't she use it?
Maybe no mana.
Oh, no mana. Interesting. See, I'm even closer to the screen, and I still can't see that.
Rami's playing a dangerous game there. A real scoop.
Rami does have some items under his belt finally, as the Essence Reaver and the Lucidity Boots. So
items are up now. I'm expecting UNC should start fighting here, especially when Nami gets Mandate. This game should be a bloodbath after that.
Yeah, Kersey probably has a lot of money in his pocket, but it might all go to waste. CR is just doing so much, and that is just going to be it for Kersey. Shut down into the pocket of Kitty Baby Boo Boo. Yeah, that is very rough that Kersey did not get back in time right there. And the flash solar flare, a kick is going to hit, and it's going to push Jimmy Koi into the backline. Simvers is going to use the ultimate and the cleanse, but it's not enough to get a kill. Does he go in there? Does he try and get this kill secure? No.
I'm really surprised Jimmy Koi doesn't flash that. They could probably turn that and maybe get 1 or 2 kills there if he just flashes.
I don't know if he thought that Kitty was there, so maybe he just thought the Leon and the Ezreal were trying to get the 2v2 solo, and Rami gonna flash the Sedge ult, and he's still gonna die to it. Goes in for that last Q, and Bob Timer wanting to make Rami change his name.
Yeah. That's what everyone says when they play against Sedge. Yep.
See, Sejuani's just a little bit quirky, man. When she has the heart steal, it's just a little bit quirky. Pop.
One thing, she just CCs you again with her ult.
Yeah, so and that is the issue that Rami has been having this entire game is when do you use the orange? Do you use it after the passive stun or do you use it after the ultimate? Because you have to make up your mind there. If you don't do it at the right time, you're going to die. But if you do it too early, you're still going to die. So it's a game of chance. Is she able to react with enough time? NC State up almost 2,000 gold now. And they have a extra dragon to their name. Mountain Dragon spawning in a little bit. Kersey, oh no. Kersey, oh no. Is just going to, oh!
Makes it out. Well played.
Wow.
Ezreal ult?
Oh!
That was close. That was close. That was close.
Kersey almost going down there. And Jazz being taken under half with the culling.
That's the stuff.
Solar Flare. Ooh.
We need to see UNC start working with Seppi. Right
Bob
now.
Timer is mid lane, and Jimmy Coy once again. That fish is fried right there. 4v2 in the mid lane now, and they are just going to back off. And NC State just
taking over,
playing the macro game.
You can tell they're working much more cohesive as a team. All their plays are with people together, and then UNC is kind of just everyone's alone. Even here, everyone's alone. We're not playing towards either side, and it doesn't. I don't know if everyone's on the same page about what they want to do.
Yeah, I know if I am UNC here and I'm Rami or Jimmy Coy, I'm getting on the verge of being tilted, if I'm not already. Being 0-4 on Gangplank, you have an assist and you're still even relatively in farm after you get this wave, but just when you get killed that much and don't have a lot to show for it, it can just be really demoralizing. But it is a 3-game series. It is not a best of 1, so
still winnable. Still winnable.
Absolutely.
UNC scales pretty well, but they need to start making something happen before, or else it doesn't matter if they scale; they'll just be too far behind.
Mountain Dragon is online.
I'm expecting them to give this and maybe play top side, maybe get Rift or top turret. Set up for another play top side.
Kersey could be in a bit of trouble. Nope. Gonna dash out there, and if you are trying to play for that top side, you should probably move to it now.
They need to decide. They need to hurry up and decide. This is really late already.
Granted, this Lee Sin by himself is not going to be able to take this dragon too quickly. And Kersey, and that might actually be the end.
Yes, he is dead.
Oh, nice flash.
He might still be dead.
Kersey still has flash. The
and they
Gangplank
burn
ult
the
is going to be
DPR.
popped. Oh, it actually goes back in. The wall is going to be used. Tidal Wave is going to knock up CR, and he is going to be hit once again. Can they kill the Silas?
Really
It is
quick
going
flash.
so low. One more auto will do it. No. Jimmy Coy and Kersey. Kersey getting hit, and he goes for the shield, but it's not going to be enough. It is actually for the turret. Kersey gets another kill for his troubles, and Jimmy Coy finally on the board with an assist. But on the other side, UNC were able to pick up the Rift Herald.
Maybe they can do something with this one.
Spark of life for UNC. Steepy going on to Bob Timer here. Isn't any help from the General Vicinity, but uh-oh, Jimmy Coy.
Uh-oh.
Dodge it. Oh, gets hit by it. Jimmy Coy. He committed the grave sin of going for wards in his own jungle. You should know you can't do that. It's against the rules.
This Vision game, you'll see that Leona and Lee Sin are pretty much always on the same side together. So whenever they want to get Vision, they'll do it together. And if you see UNC even there,
Ooh.
oh, that was good solo. Good solo. Really close, but I'll take it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was not a overstay by CR. It was Kersey just being a mad lad.
We'll take what we can get.
Absolutely. When you are down at this point in the game, a little under 4,000 gold, any type of gimme that you can get from NC State.
It's mostly in Kersey's hands now with the Aziri's 4-2.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Alan, I want to go back to something that you said about the vision in UNC's jungle. I mean, that's just the name of the game. Like you were talking about as well, going as a team. when you are able to track them so easily for multiple points in the game, it makes it so hard for UNC to literally do anything because you are able to see their plays from a minute ahead. And then you're saying, okay, we're gonna trade this for that, or okay, we're just gonna meet you here, and we have the better team fight. Because right now, when you're down 6 kills, like I said, a little under 4,000 gold, it's very hard to do much of anything.
Good lane assignments, though. If UNC wants this year to be going against Sedge to get perma prio, and then maybe they can make something with prio. Maybe sneak a Baron with Azir Udyr. Try something sneaky, but I'm expecting Udyr pretty much only can play with Kersey here. Yeah, that's what he's doing. But then, only issue is they have no mid prio, so he can't look to make a play. They're going to be behind here.
Yep. Is Pop's like top lane, but Steepy,
they're going to get collapsed on.
A bit of trouble. The Cannon Barrage does go up, but can they turn it here? Actually, a 3v3 for the moment until Sejuani gets there. Ultimate is going to go wide. The culling is used, but the wall goes down. A teleport from Rami Baba coming in. The Solar Flare going to lock Kersey down. CR going to pick up the kill. Rami off to the side, not able to join. But a nice team fight win for NC State, and could they look for more?
It started out good. Looked like Steppy maybe dodged enough, stalled a bit too long, or stalled long enough, but didn't actually matter because once again, NC State's just grouped as they're grouped as 3 in mid. They're all clumped together, and UNC 2 spread apart, trying to make something happen. Everything in this game, it just needs to start with mid prio. So if UNC doesn't have mid prio, they can't make any plays top or bot. They need to actually get this mid lane pushed out and then get vision somewhere.
And what's even worse is Baron is on the table now. So any small mistake that UNC make, if you get picked off, if you're on the wrong side of the map, if you don't have vision of them, they are able to get this Baron, and then you are in an even bigger hole. Because Cloud Drake spawns in about 50 seconds. That will put them on soul point, and then for the rest of the game, you are having to ensure that they do not get that soul. Because Sejuani with Cloud Soul, Silas with Cloud Soul, need I say more? I mean,
they have decent Cloud Soul synergy, yeah. UNC is under a lot of pressure here. They didn't make enough happen early. They just kind of sat there early game and hoped they could get to this late game point without being too far behind, but they're behind.
Plan A failed, and Plan B was don't let Plan A fail. So it's going to be interesting to see what UNC decides to do here. Dragon spawns under 15 seconds. All members or each team are bot.
Playing these 5v5s is so hard.
Ooh, nice barrel. Both ADCs are staying mid to try and push the wave.
They have the mid prio first here. Now they can either move to drag or try to just take mid and force a fight here. Looks like Sedge is going to start a fight.
Silas ult is going to be popped. Sejuani goes in there. Bob Timer is going to hit Siffers, but he does pop the culling as well as the cleanse. But the kick is going to hit. Oh my gosh! Lee Sin ultimate kitty baby in a bit of a trouble, but Kersey with a great wall. Can they get anything returned here? Health bar so low for NC State. Rami Baba trying to go in there. No, isn't going to 5 anything. Jimmy Coy, the last remaining member of UNC, going to juke Bob Timer.
I don't want to say it, but that might just be game.
That was such a good look from UNC. They got so many low health bars, but it doesn't matter unless you're able to secure the kill. And wait, CR might die here. Yes, CR dies.
Nobody got the kill assist credit for it, but
it sucks. If it was just a little bit later, Kersey would have TP and they might be able to contest, but no one alive on UNC to contest this Baron. NC State up so much gold right now.
That was such a good engage by NC State. Initially, like, I saw the Leona flash B onto Delusion and three-man stun, as well as Lee Sin with a 3-man kick and a Sejuani R.
yeah.
Over from there.
Bobby found Cypress in the Sejar and then pretty much dumped him out of the fight. But this is why you don't want to take 5v5s into State. Their whole team is built around just 5v5 and knowing how to play 5v5 team well.
Yeah, Kitty Baby Uwu channeling his inner insect with that,
Lee's been performing here this game. First with level 2 getting top, and I mean, I've seen a lot of nutty kicks.
Cloud Soul is on the line after after they take this dragon. Leeson has been on it for this entire little bit. And UNC, I mean, can't do anything.
They just need to death ball and hope that State make a mistake. That's the only, like, the game is out of their hands. They need to hope that State makes a mistake and they can throw the lead and get back in.
And sadly, that is not the best game plan, is hoping your enemy messes up when they have been playing so well
This
all
could be
game.
it.
Bob Timer.
They might screw up a dive. Bobby is pretty low.
Yeah,
Good
Cullen
barrel.
goes
There
out,
it is.
and that's a big cannon barrage into the tidal
Dead,
wave.
dead.
Shutdown for Rami Baba. Can they look for more? Steppy is here, pops the ghost. Jas is in a bit of trouble. Does he go in there into the 1v4? The Zenith Blade is going to miss. They are going to continue right there.
Super hard chasing an Ezreal.
God, not able to do anything. CR has a 0 ult. Kersey chunking out Kitty Baby and
Really
kills him
well
before he can
played.
get the Dragon's Rage off.
I jinxed it. It's the throw.
Sadly, there's nothing for UNC to capitalize on here. No Baron, no Dragon, and no waves on turrets.
They got some gold. That's, you know, it's the start. It's the start.
You're exactly right.
That's the perfect people, yeah.
Oh my. Where does health go? Oh,
Is
True Shot Barrage is
Oh.
going to miss. Wow, that Ezreal, he does a little bit of damage, guys. Does
doing that
does a little bit of
lethality.
damage.
See what happens here.
It is going to be interesting to see what UNC do with their newfound. Wait, Jas could be in trouble. Nope, does. Use the arcane shift over the wall.
I know Jason has this tendency to, when they're this far ahead or when they're winning, he has a tendency to just kind of go psycho and Ian and maybe even flash in. So that could be UNC's one way in, where it was Jason just kind of YOLOing in and dying. But that happens in scrims a lot, I know, but might not happen in the real thing.
Jersey might be in a bit of trouble here, and the cannon barrage is used and doesn't matter.
What's he doing up there?
Yeah, that is just not a good plan from Kersey there, pushing way too far up with no vision, knowing that they could be anywhere, and that's just top turret.
It's still gone, yeah. I don't think CPR does anything.
Well, I think it was gone had Ezreal stayed on it.
No, yeah.
Oh, never mind, that's still
Done,
gone.
done.
Wow.
Bobby's not dying for a while here.
That's 2 turrets gone off of that misplay from Kersey there. Kersey, while he has been the pillar for UNC this game, that has just put a big red target on his back. Anytime you see him alone or out of position, kill that man. He's working towards that death cap though, almost has it online, so that will be a big buff when he's able to finish that, hopefully in time for this next dragon in a little under 2 minutes.
All the state's carries are 3 items already. Ooh.
Yeah, it is an interesting one so far. I mean, most of UNC's actually Kersey's the only carry-wise. If you want to put Udyr up there, sure.
I
But
think Rami has 3.
no, he does. Yeah, that's what I was gonna
Yeah,
say.
yeah, yeah.
Like the only one who doesn't have a 3rd item. But Rabs is a pretty expensive item, and Cypress could be in a bit of trouble.
Prediction.
Is going to be the end of him as well. The cleanse not going to save you. Steppy in a bit of trouble. Is going to get out. The tidal wave, well predicted by Jimmy Coy. And I don't know. Oh,
Okay.
Dragon's Rage into the back of the team. Udyr being destroyed right there. Kitty Baby Uwu. Nice wall to push CR away. Oh, so many flashes over the wall. They want Kersey dead. Rami trying to solo
All
bolo
over the place.
Bob Timer, and that is a ace 29 minutes into the game. NC State can't end the game just yet. They don't have any minion waves, but it is looking like UNC has 1 foot in the grave.
Just a random ace out of nowhere. No, there wasn't even a fight for anything. It's just someone got caught. And I mean, it started out with Leona predicting the E. Predicting Lucian E was really good, really well played.
Yeah, and I
It
don't
could just be
know.
over here.
I don't know what more you can do. I mean, Cypress can't stop this, doesn't have the culling. Next person isn't up for another 3 seconds, so inhibitor is going to fall. Oof. 11,000 gold in favor of NC State. Rami Baba shaking in his boots, not wanting to give up his name. will have to change it if he does lose this series. Oh no. Tidal wave is going to. Okay. Goodbye.
He disappeared.
Turns out when you have a character that has AP, Nami's wave does a little bit of damage. This is going to be Cloud Soul for NC State. UNC, where do you go from here?
I think they just got to start preparing for next game. Maybe reset mental, take a break here.
Yeah, like I was saying earlier, I mean,
It's a 3-game series.
Exactly. It is not over just yet. The reverse sweep is still possible for UNC, but the Baron is being started up. Cloud Soul wearing purple and an inhibitor down in mid lane. NC State looking to oh my goodness, that is half HP. Going to be Baron, and Percy looking to get the pick. Onto it, barrels are going to miss. Cannon barrage, and oh, there's a shutdown for Rami Baba. Can they look for more? Culling is going to be used. Not going to matter though. TP in for Bob Timer. He has arrived. The flash Zenith Blade is going to hit, and there's the ultimate, dodges it. But Kitty Baby Ooh trying to insect. Zippers right there, does get one, gets two. Solar Flare goes down. CP could be in a bit of trouble running out, slowing down Bob Timer. There's so many low health bars. Dasto is legendary. Gets another, gets two. Can he get three? No, going to be taken by Kitty Baby Uwu. And that is the game.
It's just a wallet diff.
First Nexus turret goes down, and the second is soon to follow. UNC in shambles in this first game. NC State wanting to make it a quick 2-0. Yeah. Yeah, NC State playing a stellar first game. That Sejuani pick, Bob Timer pulling out all the stops in that early game, and just for the rest of the game in general. Hit so many great ults, so many great engages. I mean, you had Kitty Baby Uwu with these insect plays, not like just once with that one 3-man kick, but he did that a few times throughout the game, and UNC just wasn't able to find as many picks as they wanted, wasn't able to get anything going. They did get some heralds, but heralds only do so much if you have zero map presence.
I'm not sure if UNC made a single play that game. Like even their kills were all part of NC State making a play, and then they just get kills on the back end of it, or maybe it was the State players trying to go for a play and they just make a mistake and overstep. But it didn't really seem like UNC did much. They just kind of sat there and kind of like they just reacted to everything the State did. But
yeah, Alan.
Yeah, I mean, seeing that, and like Bob Timer is like a great Sejuani player.
Yeah.
You have to wonder, like, are we gonna take Sejuani away from them, or we just should straight out ban it?
Yeah, UNC should have side selection for this second game because they did lose. So like you're saying, I wonder if they do select red side or if they stick with blue side and try and first pick that Sejuani away from him and force NC State to ban it, or if they ban it on blue side and then just pick something different entirely and just say, all right, we don't want to deal with it. We will have to see what UNC decide to do in this game too. Can they bounce back, or will NC State shut the door on the series? We're going to take a short break while we hop into game 2. Don't look away from that browser. UNC Esports will be right back. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, back to the Carolina Gaming Studio. We have a new face on the desk right now. I'll let him introduce himself.
Hi, my name's James. I go by Blue. I've been playing League now for a couple years, and I got super into casting over when I was still actually at East Tennessee State University, and I was doing analytics there. And this is just a great opportunity to be back on the desk and looking back into League games.
Absolutely. And speaking of looking back into League games, gentlemen, that last game sadly did not go the way we wanted it to. And we were making predictions a little bit off stream, and our prediction was, will this game exceed 31 minutes? Now, that does not say that NC State wins or UNC wins. Do we think this game goes super late into the 4 items, 5 items phase, and do we see the true mettle of these two teams, or is it going to be just a steamroll in favor of either team?
I think definitely it probably would go over 31 minutes just because the last game ended in 29 minutes and was like basically a steamroll kind of. And so just going off by last game, this game should go over 31 minutes.
I'll be optimistic and say I hope, yeah.
I'm going to parrot that idea as well. You know, that last game, I feel like that would really like pushed it. If we had just not gotten caught in that like lower or that like left quadrant of the jungle, it could have easily went to 31 minutes.
The bar is very low.
2 extra minutes.
Yeah, 2 extra minutes. You know, that's like a death
The
timer.
triple
That's a
80.
long
There's
time.
5 ADC bands here.
Yeah,
It's
I
had to-
was going to comment on that. There's still
There's
a
a Lucian.
ADC left on the board.
I know.
So going to take the Lucian out of the hands of Citrus.
I know
Now,
there-
do they
there are a
steal
lot
the
of
Nami away?
There are a lot of answer solution Nami, so I would hope that they don't just take away Nami here, because I would like to see something playmaking, anything proactive. I would take a Karma here. They could just go Sedge Jax though.
Karma was a ban last game. It was banned in the second phase, but it was a ban nonetheless.
Maybe I would see like a Varus, a Sedge. I'm expecting Sedge here, at least for one of the picks. Yeah, there's
the
Varus.
Varus.
I mean, like you have to take Sedge away from Bob Timer because you didn't ban it, and I would assume if I was NC State and they left Sejuani up and they didn't take it, that it is going to be Bob Timer just picking up the Sejuani, and yeah, there's Sejuani. So
There
Rami
it is,
Baba
yep.
is going to take it away from Bob Timer. Does not want to get the Gangplank Sejuani
They
treatment.
could just match Nami Lucian here, or Nami Lee Sin. There it is. I know Lee Sin's not a good matchup for Sedge, but he might probably too comfortable on it. He might just take it anyway.
And something also to note is Sedge isn't held to the top lane. Sedge
Yep.
could be ran in the jungle, so it could maybe just be that flex pick that.
Oh,
that
I don't.
hold.
State knows it's not going top. Rami doesn't play this champ. The State knows that. Oh, they're gonna take it. Yeah, that also works. This is pretty much just they're snowballing bot, and that's their only plan. They're gonna permadive bot. Bobby's gonna play weak side top. Probably an Orin Malphite here. I'm expecting probably Jax, yeah, or a Jace. I was gonna say a top laner, and then they're gonna probably flex that and see what happens. They can pick support on R4, ban out for Jace, ban Malphite, ban Orin, ban just tanks that he goes bad. A list ban they're scared of even more dive on bot.
Yeah, especially looking into, like, for example, the Varus, Sejuani, Jace picks. Having, like, that extra threat, where you don't have a threat in the jungle, Sejuani is great for locking a person down, but they're not going to outright kill someone. Having another person that can kill someone in the top lane, like a Jace, is going to add, like, a lot of pressure that can be moved around to the side, like, to the flanks of the fight. And I think that's going to be important, especially with a Varus pick right out front.
Support pick's really awkward here. I'm expecting UNC to play hard top side here for Jace, maybe strong side the Jace, but that means they have to either pick a melee support and play for kill lane, but that's super scary, or they have to pick Enchanter and just play to stop dives. I think Kalulu wouldn't be bad here.
I'm confused with the Tristana ban. Is that
It's probably a mid lane ban.
is that meta?
Or
Is that like a pocket pick from CR?
It's an answer into Jace. It's a really good pick into Jace mid.
So you think it's Jace mid? You don't think it's Jace top?
I think they're flexing it. So
Think
they
they're
don't.
flexing
they
it,
don't know,
okay.
yeah.
Interesting.
I think that's really bad. I think that's a horrible pick. I'm not gonna lie.
I guess you can cancel culling.
I understand where the thought is, but I think getting out of lane phase here is so hard because they want to pick Soraka, so to just kind of counteract Lucian, Elise, Nami, just raw up for damage.
Ooh.
And I mean they don't ban the tanks from Malphite,
Oh no.
but
Are we going to see a Cassante from Bob Timer? Nope. It is going to be Ornn.
There it is.
This is so sad. I wanted to see the Cassante.
I was really
Vayne?
excited.
I'm surprised he didn't just slam Malphite. Malphite's good answer into Jace, and it's also really good into Soraka. You just
And
gotta press R.
Varus. I mean, it's so many great opportunities, but Yasuo being hovered.
Yeah, honestly, I think Malphite would have been a better idea, especially since I doubt this will happen, but if Soraka does get the chance, she can cancel the second part of the knockup for Ornn.
That's true.
And he loses a lot of value there when that isn't able to come through.
This is a real scary. I'm liking State's comp so much more.
Oh,
Gragas.
absolutely.
Oof.
I'm sorry.
Does Rami play Gragas into Bob Timer? I mean, I think this is another attempt from UNC to handshake the top lane and to say, okay, we're just gonna play 2 tanks.
It's a handshake, but State has a clear way they want to play the game. Like Elise, Lucian, Nami, and I mean just the tank top. They don't care about Bobby. But with UNC side, it's like they picked Soraka. They have Jay Sedge, which is fine, but they're playing. They're gonna die bot level 3, level 2. So it just how are we gonna stop that when we have a Soraka Sedge who are both pretty weak? They're just weak on their own, and they're both weaker than their counterpart early game.
The only really way that I could see even playing into this matchup would just be either babysitting Sedge bot and constantly just playing for Peel whenever dives are expected to happen, or ignoring bot entirely and just forfeiting it.
Yeah, and something that I think UNC does have going for them is the amount of poke that they have. Because, I mean, you have the Gragas barrels, you have the Jace empowered Q, you have Varus Q. So if you are able to start these fights not on full HP, but after a few of those skill shots have gone out and Yone's half HP, Elise is chunked a little bit, then it makes it a lot harder because, Ornn might still have 7/8 of his health, but everyone else will be so low that it's okay, if they get hit by one more of these, they're going to die. So it makes it... on NC State, the ball is in their court. They have to be the ones to say, we are fighting, we are going to fight now. And they have to be the proactive ones, because if they just stand idly by and let UNC poke them out, then they're going to lose every single objective, and it's not really going to be much for them to do. But as we saw from last game, they are very good at just initiating on a fight and choosing when to fight.
The types of comps are pretty similar to last game, where UNC pretty much doesn't want anything to happen early game. They want to get to that couple 2 3 item spikes.
Yeah.
But I'll hope it's not going to be the same as last game.
And especially with UNC's comp, early objectives are not going to be fun.
No.
Not at all.
Not at all.
You're not going to if we see early, Dragons or Rift Heralds at all from UNC, even contested, we go there to contest State, right? I don't see it happening. We just do not have the damage early, or realistically the pressure early at all, especially with Elise being able to just one-shot essentially anyone that she chooses.
Yeah.
And then you have the pressure mid lane as well as top, able to rotate around.
Alan, any thoughts?
Just looking at the team comp, NC State has really good engage with the Ornn ulti and Elise tower diving, and even Nami are. And just looking at our teams, where we don't have that much great peel. We have a Soraka silence. Maybe we have Sejuani trying to peel off, but I don't think it's just enough. Hopefully we just don't get run down again. Hopefully we can stall enough.
Plan A, don't get run down.
Becomes stronger.
Plan B, don't screw up Plan A.
I know
Plan
UNC
C.
liked red. They were prepping a lot for red side draft. And I know they talked about the Jace Flex a lot, and they didn't want me to leak anything, but I'm kind of disappointed with how it turned out. Because they gave Bobby a decent matchup into Jace too.
If you really want to joke about it, I guess Jace could be played Peel for Varus with his E.
If
you really want to get into that.
That is
speed up knockback. What else do you need?
And a slow on the W, right? That's all you.
I don't see any other reason to think otherwise.
That's why I picked Jace actually.
Yeah.
The W.
Yeah.
It's
was
that AoE
big
W
brain.
slow.
It was
That's
big
exactly
brain.
what it was.
But we will have to see how UNC fare in this game too. Do they fall to NC State, or do they keep the reverse sweep dreams alive and those first place in the groups alive? We'll have to see. And the only way you can see is if you stay here on the UNC Esports channel. Don't look away from that browser. UNC Esports will be right back.
Alrighty, here we go. We'll see how early game starts out. I am expecting a lot of bot prio, so it's going to be exciting to see if UNC wants to match it or try to just abandon bot lane. I'm expecting them to choose to match it and try to just save Soraka so she can safely scale and maybe even snowball if NC State screws up a dive.
Yeah,
But
I
this-
like that. I like
yeah.
that plan as well. Though I think it is just as likely that we just ditch bot entirely. Especially if kills go over early. We may just deem it, you know, unrecoverable and move on.
Yep. Only win cons right now are just Jace and Varus. So we'll see where this goes. But I know Rami likes this Gragas into Ornn matchup a lot. Gragas is a really good counter into Ornn because he pretty much denies him any movement whatsoever.
Denies movement, matches wave clear, just really good pressure all the way around.
Minions have spawned.
And also, I would actually debate that Gragas is a bit better from like to rotating because body slam going over walls.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Well, pre-6. And
Yeah.
then level 6, Ornn can just engage from across the river.
Ornn's he's just there in this comp. He's just there to be a beefcake.
I'm a bit surprised the Elise isn't starting blue and then rotating down for an early fight.
If you start red first, she can either choose to invade early, because Lushinami will have prio at 2, and they can fight Sedge at blue, or she can just full clear bot side and fight and dive bot. Because Elise, really, this game doesn't really care about her top side. If her top side's gone, it's good for her, actually, because that means that they know Sedge is top side, and they can make a play bot. So really, realistically, I expect to see Elise walking top side that much this game. Unless it's from base and walking top to clear down.
And it looks like Sejuani is starting red side.
Yeah.
Probably trying to full clear and then path down for the inevitable gank.
They're both trying to match bot ganks. So this bot lane mechanics and just how they play it out is going to be really important. Yeah, Varus, Soraka should have Prio, level 1. But at 2, it's where it's going to get spooky, where Lucian can just dash in, check him out hard enough. And even this next wave is going to be really important. That's Elise's timer to gank.
Yeah, especially in bot lane, the matchup there is so like support dependent from levels 1 to 3. Because yeah, at level 2, Lucian can dash in, but he's immediately silenced.
Yep, look at that. They got the ward off, and we know Elise is. UNC should know Elise is down here, so I'm expecting either him to play safe or Steven to come and cover the dive or cover the gank, counter it. This should be super telegraphed.
Elise is still waiting down there. Wasting a lot of time, but if this works, that'll be really good. NC State.
Casual noodle fighting up in top lane. It's the lane gank. Here it is.
Here it is, the classic
It's
lane.
going to be a dive.
The silence is used, so
Yep. Slow pushing towards UNC.
Jason's doing this a
Sejuani
good
is
job
down
of
here.
getting chunked out. Oh no, please
Oh,
don't.
no.
You know this is Elise is here. Wave is so
Oh!
it's so
He
bad.
misses the flash.
It's so bad.
Oh.
And they're gonna get dove here. They have mid prio too, if maybe.
We were talking about the counter gank from Sejuani, but actually Elise. And that was a great solo kill by Yon right there.
Yeah, I mean this is just it's so bad for UNC now. Now that he dies, Sedge has to run straight back down, or else they both die here.
Elise is going back for
There it
round
is.
2. This is a big wave.
Starts tanking. Yep, that's one.
There it is.
yeah, and then Elise walks right out.
They're gonna go again. Ooh, they can go again. Will Steven run straight back here?
Well, I was initially going to ask the question, what did you want to see out of the Sejuani this game? But I don't think that's what we wanted to see.
Better plan is just to sit there, because it's super obvious Elise is going to be there. I mean, she has no reason to ever go topside this game. So her only play is sit bot, and I mean, it's an Elise. Elise doesn't need a farm. She just wants to perma-fight and just kind of sit there, so... A bit unlucky, but maybe they can get back in this game with a couple ganks, play around this Jace who's winning. Kersey seems to be winning lane both games pretty heavily here. UNC's solo laners are doing pretty well. But we'll see.
I think a potential win, like, not like an in-game win condition, but a just survive to mid-game condition that they could play around is taking the pressure off of bot using that mid-prio.
Yeah, they need to somehow get this bot lane, this Varus and Soraka back in the game, because it's Noon Quiver to double longsword and a dagger. It's not looking that good in items.
So, like, honestly, what I would like to see is, you know, Cannon Wave hard shove under tower for Jace, and then look for, you know, possible gank top or bottom. Or even an invade and possibly, you know, invading with Sejuani and looking for a kill on the Elise caught out.
Potentially. Elise still has flash, so it's pretty hard. I know any invade here is pretty hard just because, uh-oh. Only 6. And there's fighting bot too, both bot and mid. Heavy skirmishing, anything happening? Oh, Elise is also there for mid. Now that Jace has no flash, this could be really bad. Sedge isn't here to cover either. This is just heavy scrapping in this bot side of the map here.
Which is pretty in line with what we expected to happen, especially with this heavily, like, bot side favored
Yep.
NC State team.
There we go. There's the counter gank this time.
That was a
This is very well played. This is what should happen. Do they get the kill? No. Jimmy Coy is caught out.
Oh, Yon goes back in, but he has a W shield.
Oh.
Flashes away.
Oh. Well played.
Okay.
Did he get 2? Oh, and he was in the bush.
Traded kills across the map.
Cypress couldn't auto because he was in the bush. Well played
For
by
one,
State Bot Lane.
that was a nice snipe.
Kersey's once again 2 kills early game.
Wow, Kersey just showing that lane dominance right there.
Nice.
Continually poking out the Yon until.
We can ignore that, you know.
That didn't
skip
happen.
that.
Yeah, I mean, he crashed a wave. That's all that matters.
It's asserting dominance.
Exactly. It's a quicker back.
Yeah,
Yon TP.
exactly. I really think at this point, and this is my personal opinion, I think we should concede bot and just start playing around mid, especially with those 2 kills going over. just look to play around mid. Jace is not the best roamer, but with his E speed up, he can roam. So I would look to like get as far ahead as he can get, and then just start looking to spread that pressure.
Yep.
Because bot lane at this point, especially with a 2v2 double kill onto the Lucian, there's so much more power in the bottom lane now that Varus is not going to be able to do anything. He honestly needs to just sit back and farm.
Yeah, it's looking pretty doomed. This is why I didn't like this Soraka pick in the first place. Doesn't give you any like proactivity. You kind of have to sit there. But you have Kersey here winning lane, so maybe they can make the most of what they can with Jace winning lane here.
Now, what pick? Going back to draft, what pick would you have preferred to see into the Nami Lucian?
Literally probably any other enchanter. Not like a Soraka Seraphine, like a Lulu, Karma, Janna even, because you know that bot lane dives are happening, so you need to pick an enchanter that can kind of counteract dives, like the Lulu, or like Lulu with R polymorph, like Janna with shields and tornadoes and all that, or even a Braum. A Braum would have been fine here.
That was a really close fight. That was a really close fight by Ornn and Gragas up top there. Not expecting them to just straight up brawl, but I guess that's how Bob Timer and Rami is.
I actually really like the idea of having a tank support in bot lane. I would even said like possibly before the
Dead?
Soraka pick. If it
He's
was
just dead. Oh
Oh.
my!
Very
Having to pop
close.
Ghost to get out. But I noticed Bobby bought a Cole relatively early on in that lane, so he's playing for the scaling. He's not expecting to die, he's just expecting to get the farm.
I think actually a Gragas support could have worked into this as well, especially if we had known the Elise early. Instead of like picking Soraka, pick a Gragas to flex either top or support. And Gragas is pretty good into Elise. If you see a binding, any jump that Elise does onto the person, immediate bot it slam at level 6, you can knock them away.
Yeah. Well, we do see trading objectives here. Maybe is he gonna get stolen away? Oh no, he gets it. Okay. He gets it and he gets out. Now, same thing. We'll get to see where UNC got rifted once again. We'll see where they want to use it this time.
Well, I'm eating my words. We did
Hopefully
actually
it's mid.
good.
Oh, he's
No vision.
Cypress is dead here. No point flashing. He's just dead. They give it to Elise. And it's not looking too hot. Their bot wave was so bad. They need help. Like, regardless, their bot lane still needs the help. They can't just sit by under turret and just lose XP and everything.
Yeah, and at this point, even if Sejuani is there, I don't think even a 2v3. I think NC State still wins the 2v3.
Yeah, I would like to see like once the Jace pushes out the lane, just to rotate, try to help bot lane out whenever he can.
Another
as well.
dive. There it is. Here it is.
Oh,
Nope. They see the ping. They get pinged off. All the Mias are coming.
yep. There it is. Sejuani
Maybe
Jace
it's a turn.
coming
We have
down.
Sejar. This is
This
the
is a
one
3D.
angle. They get the R on. They get the R in the lead. Sejar
That was a nice
got the
bubble.
early repel. They get at least. They get one. Can they get more? Maybe this is the chance to rift bot. Maybe get back bot or get bot back in the game here.
And that follows up on exactly what we were talking about, like
Yep.
seeing that Jace roam bot lane, get that prio, and help out. Because now, with Elise dead, everyone on the map is safe.
Yeah, their bot can safely farm, even though they're still behind. They can at least get the wave in, and they know they have people backing them up. So State can't play aggressive.
Oh,
Good
That was a
Gragas,
really
good.
good Gragas.
He doesn't have flash. He's dead. Really well played by Rami here.
Ah, yes.
A solo
I love
kill.
tank
nice.
fights.
That's really nice.
Elise is
Elise is
straight
still
back
back.
bot, just like expected. Just doesn't care about CS, and just running straight back bot every time. Steven maybe needs to come and counter this real fast. Jace has Eclipse though, first one on Mythic, so really need to be playing around this mid. Shove in that mid wave and maybe just run bot, 4-man it, 4v3 it. Good really good flash. Good dodge though by Kevin.
Good silence.
There's triple
Oh
flashes.
my.
Soraka almost kept him alive the whole time. But just enough damage though.
That was
Seems like every flash blown
5
on
flashes
blown on
Yeah.
that one play.
That is, if UNC is able to capitalize on those flash blows, I would say it's a good play. The only way I would say that, I really do hope they do. They should know now bot lane doesn't
There
have
it is,
flash.
one
Elise
kill,
doesn't have
solo.
flash.
He has ulted on the turret.
Oh.
Good flash. Goes in cannon.
Oh,
Oh,
he
well
took the
played
extra
by
tower
the Yone.
Wow, keeping
That
ulting
ult,
him
yeah.
right under the tower,
That ult
keeping
under the
him in
turret
there.
made the difference.
And holding flash to the last second to bait him under tower.
Yeah.
That is.
Uh-oh, well, he's gonna die to... Oh, he's just dead.
Well, there's no flash on Yone now.
He might be alive. He's out. He's out.
Wow.
Elise is on point this game. Rami's the only saving grace right now. Everything's not looking so hot. Jace is still kind of winning lane, but with that solo kill, the game is much more even. He gets that bounty. We'll see. What Steven has this rift. Where does he want to use it though? He's gonna go top with it. He's only winning lane.
Even with top being like, even if top gets cracked open, I don't think it will meaningfully make too much of a difference on
Yeah.
the Elise pathing.
It won't make much. Actually, it's actually kind of bad if he uses the top. Yeah, he's gonna use it mid. Much better. And then he has to sit bot here no matter what. If he uses the top, they just show, Elise just shows bot and they get another 2 kills on their bot lane.
Every time Young goes in, like, Jace just chunks him out.
Yeah, Eclipse is a pretty fun item on Jace.
Elise going for another gank. They spot it out. Percy spots it out. Anyone have? We have a lot more mythics coming online for UNC though, but it seems like State's gonna reset soon for these items. Oh, Bobby went Abyssal Mask first item. Interesting. A top gank.
Oh, there's the gank top.
Really good,
Was
really
not
good holding.
expecting that.
Oh, dodges the cocoon though, misses.
And he's gonna get out.
Yeah, really well played. Holding the cocoon by Elise there, but just misses it. Doesn't result in a kill. This is the time. UNC gets the freeze bot lane because of that Elise showing top. Now, can they make anything happen on the other side though? They're just gonna go for drag. Yeah. This could be bad though. Elise is running straight back down. This could be a really bad fight here. They're doing it too slow. Unless they just choose to give it up. They don't want to fight it. They don't want to walk into no vision.
I like actually the not walking in to try to take that dragon on State's part. They're already ahead. There's no reason to even chance walking into a vision and getting
Yeah.
picked.
And especially since, like, Jace is more ahead.
Jace can kind of zone off the top side of river, and Soraka, while not the best, can still zone off the bottom side of river. So the only way really into pit would be over the wall into no vision.
I like that. As soon as they saw, like, Elise trying to make some kind of play top, they immediately were like, let's make a play bottom.
Uh-oh.
It's
We
like-
have Elise going for another gank.
Ah, yes. We do have a ward in
There
that
we
center
go.
bush now.
We'll see if Jimmy Coy doesn't respect it. Oh. Good
Oh,
dodge,
that was a
but he's
good
still
dodge,
just he's
but-
still just dead.
Yeah.
Doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
no-
They
no
saw him-
flashes bot
They
lane.
saw him walk in there, so they know. Jimmy Coy. The bot lane on UNC is 0-6.
At this
Not
point, do
looking
you
too
think
good.
that, like, do you think it would be better just to always assume Elise is in your lane?
You should. I
Yeah,
would have been.
unless you have
They should
vision,
have been assuming that
always
from the
assume that.
get-go.
I mean, from draft.
Yeah, they should have been assuming that from the get-go, right? Like,
You have a Lucian Nami bot lane. They're obviously going to be playing aggressive, and then you have an Elise as well. That's a recipe for tower dive level 3.
and there's the bot turret. Well, we'll see. We'll see what happens now. Where does NC State bot want to go? Do they want to keep it bot, or do they want to rotate it mid to just increase the tempo of this game? Get the ball rolling. Bobby's having the time of his. Even though he gets solo kill, he's having the time of his life up here. He's just gonna get carried by his bot.
Yeah, I mean, that's the joy of playing tank, right? You can just hold down the fort in top lane, and then the rest of your team wins the game for you.
We'll see how does UNC decide to get back into this. I need to see Jimmy Coy and Steven. They need to start moving around together. Especially with Jimmy Coy on a Soraka. He can't walk anywhere alone here. Where are we gonna go?
I wonder what the idea was. I would like to know what the idea was specifically with the Soraka. Since we are, like we mentioned earlier, like anti-heal items did just get buffed. So I want to know the thought process behind the Soraka into the Kushinama.
I mean, they were probably just trying to, like, pick a lane that could survive, but yeah, with anti-heal being buffed and also Soraka with not the greatest of heals,
Uh-oh. That was a big
Okay,
fight. We have
Rami.
TP out. Are they going to get him in the
This is
end?
in,
Gets
and-
the Yone flash, and Yone's out of there.
Well,
Once again, and the NC State just reacts very well. Instantly rest mid. They might even get a charge on tier 2. Almost gets the cocoon.
There's just no damage from the Varus.
Not enough, but they have the flank. Is this going to be it? They get 2 kills? 2? Do they get anybody? Elise misses the cocoon. That's 1 dead. And 2, that's a very well played. Yeah.
Really
NC
good
State
pickup.
decided to overstay after that rift, and they get punished for it. Good rotates. Both teams.
That should be a mid tower and, you know, potentially some plates off top if they decide to rotate.
They need to move together here.
might be looking
There
for
we go
some
again.
more.
Yone has no flash here. He
And
might be dead.
He is in the middle of everyone.
Yeah, Yone's sitting right on top of a.
He gets
Good-
silence.
good
That's a
silence.
good silence.
There UNC's
Cutting off the
showing some
horn.
sign of life though.
See, this is what we were talking about earlier, though. Those rotations. Like once we have Jace in the fight, we do have
Great
ability
ult.
to actually make
Good
plays.
stuff. UNC just instantly finds 3 picks, 4
Yeah.
picks out of nowhere.
That was really good. Like the
Off
initial
of-
play
Yeah, off of 1 just overstay.
where like Gragas TP'd all the way bot to try to get a pick on Yone, and then when they didn't get that pick, he just walked mid. He saw everyone mid, and it's like Sejuani, Gragas came together. Their engage is actually pretty decent as well. Like Chapels with Gragas, Sejuani.
Yeah. It's not too bad, but they don't want to be engaging that much. They want to just maybe hit frontline and then have Varus, Jace just poke him. Smack him down, one-shot him real quick.
Yeah, I would be in UNC situation. I'd be holding on to Gragas ult
But-
specifically to peel Jace.
In this comp, UNC actually has the better 5v5, so they're gonna, if they want to play a 5v5 game into state, this is probably the one game where they can. They're actually walking as 5. They didn't do that last game, but
And-
this is already looking much better. Steven's being a bit greedy with pathing here. Ben gets cocooned out. Now, UNC has mid prow. They can hold it. So, let's see if any of this poke lands before the fight starts. Maybe to swayed NC State off this drag fight. They're waiting for another mid wave. They're gonna get another mid wave. And State's gonna choose to walk in.
that
Good
is also,
EQ.
that is also the benefit with having UNC's team having 2 tanks in Sejuani and Gragas. They can hold a lot more space.
There's the fight
It's the
start.
Arnold.
The Ornar only hits 1, but Rami has to
Misses
flash
the
out.
Arnold. Has to go back.
Really good. Kersey being a bit over. That's a 3-man or knockup. Good trade.
Shut down.
But now we have Soraka in this extended fight. Not looking too bad. Good flashes.
Ooh.
This is already a bloodbath. Okay. Out of all that, only a 1-for-1.
Yeah, no, that was a really close fight. Now Soraka could just sustain them back up for the dragon, and
We have the Soraka, yeah.
NC State is too
Looks
low.
like UNC might get this drag. Maybe at least wants to stay here. Any TPs? Yone has TP. He's gonna TP back in. This is actually looking pretty bad now. Very, very bad. UNC has to just run. They just have to run. They're too low. And it's gone. State just bully him out. That fight didn't start off too bad.
We were talking initially about how like Gragas and Sejuani are like a good front line for Chapel. Then like they only have Ornn on the side of NC State, but just Ornn being
Ornn being Ornn.
Ornn being
See-
Ornn is just so tanky.
That's exactly what I was about to say. I think if Ornn did not hit that 3-man knockup, UNC just wipes the fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a really good 3-man.
Because like that 3-man knockup led to Jace, you know, Jace's demise, and like after that happened, we've lost most of our
Oh,
damage.
Rami. Oh no.
Oh no.
Not where we want to be. Is he out? Oh my god, he gets out. He is out. Is anyone chasing him? No, Elise is right there on the edge. Is he? I think he's still dead.
Calling.
He
Getting
might still
cut
be
off
dead. He
by
has the
Elise.
heals. No, Elise has no repel though. No, they can't. They don't get it. They can't get him out of there. That's not that good, Raw. He doesn't want to give that one up. Can they get the shutdown though?
Jace
Good,
is going in. Nice flash Q by Jace.
good punish. Anything else is done? Yeah, looks like the fight's over.
I'm not sure if the flash for kill was worth it on the Jace, especially since that's our most fed member. So we want to make sure they stay alive no matter what, and not having flash up, you know, now for the next couple fights is worrying.
We'll see. We'll see. I mean, I see where you're coming from, but like then again, they're behind. You just need the gold, whatever gold you can get. So, Ben just has to play differently now that he knows his flash is blown. They're gonna try to go on him. It's up to him to kind of play safer, try to limit test a bit.
I think it's also on the Sejuani and Gragas now. They have to focus a lot more now on peeling, knowing that the flash is down.
All right, next objective is up Baron. Maybe any Baron setup for both teams. You see Soraka already getting up boards. At least his bot side, so we'll see what happens.
I'm expecting State to set up for it and then try to go for it, and then UNC contests. That's what I'm expecting. I wouldn't be surprised if UNC does start it up themselves, especially with the Soraka.
Soraka might get picked here.
Oh.
There it is. They're trying to bait it out. Good silence, though. Gonna get the R. No, barely not in range.
That's
Jason
flash
making
and
it
flames
out.
down for
That could have
Lucian.
been good for either side.
Very good.
And that's a
Ben
lot
over
of
here
damage on the blue
chunks
side.
out Ornn. This could be Baron. This could just be a Baron turn.
Good.
Lucian has no summoners and is low, chunked out. Do we have any ults to turn, though? We have Verisar. That's our only turn option.
I was gonna say like State kind of has to do something.
They need
because
to burn this fast and just run.
they've had Jace pushing.
Soraka's in a horrible position here. Needs to walk around the pit or just run through. And she needs to walk around. This is the worst spot to be in as a Soraka here. They're gonna turn. Only a one-man Yone are. But Lucian's back in the fight. Another two-man or okay.
No.
Oh no. It's just a death ball.
There it is. There it is. Yeah, they make one pick happen.
Yeah, really sloppy.
Can they get this? Curse, might get caught out here. Oh wait, Nami little hits. He's alive.
The Jace
Oh.
damage.
The
Soraka's
clips.
broken. I guess
yeah.
that's what Soraka's for.
That fight was kind of strange. Like, Elise was out in the backside chasing the Soraka. Soraka and Elise just wasn't in there.
It was actually a really well played bait. The whole fight started off with Jason thinking he could one-shot the Soraka on clearing a word, but Sejuani, Steffi just kind of read it. They might have even planned it out, and he just sat in the bush for like a solid minute just waiting. And they get Baron off that one fight and one overstep.
And I actually think that swings UNC back into the game entirely.
They have a 2K gold lead now. They can even fight for this next dragon in minute 40. We'll see how much they can get off with this Baron.
Yeah, UNC's been on the back step this entire game up till this point. Once that Baron, fight happened, now we have not only a gold lead, but we have tempo lead as well.
Yes, this is our one time to kind of just run it down mid again as 5 and just group and just run it down with Jace Varus and poke him out and kind of just take whatever you want. They need to just pick a lane to go to, either mid or bot turret for that outer, and just stick with it. They'll always push faster with Baron minions. It seems like they're deciding on mid. They're gonna go with mid, maybe rotate down bot later. They see Elise down bot. This is it. Just run it mid. Oh, they're gonna rotate down bot for the bot turret. I'm confused.
river dance.
I'm getting real confused here.
NC State doesn't have like that much weight
No.
clear.
Okay, they're choosing. No, yeah, this is fine too. They're gonna siege. They're sieging the mid tier 2. Yeah, NC State just has to give until Baron's out. They might even go for siege on inhib. They have the Jace poke.
Yeah, no, Ornn and Yone isn't there just yet. That's a huge cocoon.
Very good bubble.
Good bubble.
And cocoon. Good disengage by State. Now UNC has to just run off. State's getting pulled into UNC's game of team fighting now, where State's comp doesn't want a team fight at all. They just want a 4-1 and play for picks with Elise Lucian Nami, but they're getting dragged into this 5v5 setting where they're not comfortable in with their champs.
It's a lot harder to get a pick when you have, Gragas and Sejuani and Soraka all on top of the carries.
State needs to just give this dragon up, maybe play for another objective. Really good Gragasar, good pick for UNC starting off the fight. If they get anything though, Yone is out. Ornn gets a 2-man knockup. Wow, they don't get anybody, and NC State actually gets mid prio off that. And this is very bad for UNC now.
Oh, the chunk on Nami right there.
Big,
Jace
big
going in.
combo. Kersey's dishing out damage. Good flash away. Oh, but it's Kersey dead. No Soraka. Soraka really keeps people alive.
Oh.
State are just playing this fight magnificently. But Kersey's still alive, right? Yeah. It's still good. But all carries and Soraka are still alive for UNC. This could still turn out pretty well. Good EQs. These EQs are just chunking people. They can still, yeah, UNC can still do drag here. That was a really well played fight by State. This is why I say you don't want to pick team fight into State. Even if their comp's not good for it, they all know how to team fight so well.
The spacing on the carries is what really made that. Top lane, like Orange just absolutely being a disruptor in the back lines. And then Yone just getting out on no HP.
Barely, yeah.
I believe twice in that fight.
Already a much better game. We're almost breaking that 31-minute mark. 4 minutes left, but it's looking like we're gonna pass it. Baron buff is out, and now drags are tied 2-2. It's all gonna be dependent on vision for this game and these next objective fights. First team to make the misstep might just lose the game.
And I really hope with that last team fight, UNC is still like sticking to this idea of team fighting, because yes, they didn't win the last team fight in a dominant fashion, even with such a great engage by Gragas, but it's still their best bet.
Yeah, this is their one chance of winning this game is team fighting, which they've done it for the last like 3 fights and they've won, so they need to stick to it. They might even get a pick. Oh no, he's out.
So now that we've made it to, a pretty even game overall, what are the chances, do you believe, of getting to a game 3?
Comp-wise, I'm expecting UNC has a pretty big advantage here, but as I say that, another double TP is burning down bot. Seems like Jace might just be dead here. Yeah, Jace is just dead here, and we lose Grog's TP off that. And yeah, as I said, the first team that makes a misstep might just lose the game. Seems like UNC's made the first misstep here.
I'm wondering what like Jace was thinking. You're walking up on an Ornn, knowing there are TPs available.
I think he didn't realize about the TPs. Both teams kind of just reacted to it. Jace knows he beats Ornn in 1v1, but obviously with TPs in play, it's a completely different story. But yeah, now it's not looking so hot. NC State just get spots here 2 for free. Rami might get picked out here again. Another pick just for free. That might just be an inhib.
Yeah, NC
Maybe.
State is doing
Are they
such
gonna look
a
to
good
end?
job at like going together, rotating together.
They
They
might look at ends. It's just a Vera stopping them. No, Jace is up in 5. But they get a free inhib, which with Baron coming up in, 15 seconds, that's very bad for UNC, especially that being the bot inhib. Now NC State can just choose to sit around Baron and do nothing, and UNC is going to be under all the pressure to make a move.
And with only having 2 carries, like, you have to kind of commit either a carry or a tank to that bot side inhib to clear out the waves.
Exactly,
And you do not, like, on the side of State, they have Elise, they have Yone, they have Lucian. They can commit a carry to an inhib, and it's still most likely fine.
UNC they have to make the fight happen. They can't sit around again. They have to just kind of full send it for a fight.
Because now we know they're going for this.
Yeah,
Baron.
there it is.
They're in
Here's the
perfect
Baron
position.
dance. Here's the Baron dance. They're just gonna sit around Baron, maybe hit it, and just leave. They even have the ward. Not under too much pressure because they know Jace is bot matching these super minions. He has TP, so it's not the worst. But they can't poke him out anymore. They can just, if State just decides to get mid prow, hit Baron, and burn the TP, they leave and they do it again. It's looking very bad. But State needs to hit this Baron when they see Jace bot, and then get that TP out, and then just do it again. Jace is recalling. Are they gonna hit? There it is. Here we go. Jace has to TP in. Here it is now. And there it is. They get the TP out, just like I said, right? Yep. And now the bot super is going to be the real issue. UNC's under all this pressure here.
UNC has to make the fight happen, or
They have to
take
hit
the
Baron.
loss.
Yeah, they have to force this Baron fight. Either just run to Baron, run mid wave, or just run to Baron. They're gonna go for one more mid wave. Let's see what they do after this. No one can recall Soraka. You can't recall here.
That's
There we
Okay.
go. Yep,
Ooh.
they have to run Baron, force this fight. They just have to turn.
because every second that they do not take this Baron, every second that they
Those supers.
delay the fight, those supers are pushing down bot lane.
Yeah, this is not looking so good. They don't have a sweeper. They can't sweep it out.
Especially with Varus and Jace, like they want to try to poke them beforehand, but they can't. Not
Ooh,
under time
almost
constraint.
almost with the EQ. Are we gonna get an Ornar? Bobby? They're trying to pop that Jace Edge of Night. Now who's gonna go match this bot with? Uh-oh.
Right, they popped
Get the
Edge of
Aura.
Night, They
Jace,
got the
it's-
Jace. This is the
Jace
Yone ult.
then
Yone is
flashes
stuck
out.
there.
Dude, we got Rami got caught out trying to save the Jace here. Anyone else? Good EQ chunking out Lucian. Barely misses the wall. Bobby barely misses the wall. The supers are hitting at the base here though.
Yeah, they have to clear bot lane as well.
If this tower goes down without a kill
Really
on
good
the side
silence.
of like for UNC, they just walk through the game.
It's Dragon? Yeah, I mean they have to give this. It's just third drag, it's fine. Not Soul yet. But UNC is just they're getting manhandled in this macro game.
And I would debate that started, you know, really this turn of events started with that catch bot lane on Jace.
Yep.
This is a game of inches, a game of CS numbers. And it was just one step too far is what turned the game completely around. UNC was back in it with a 2K gold lead.
These items though, 3 items from Sedge here. It's actually ahead of the Elise. Slightly, just slightly. But that Lucian is just dishing out damage. Lucian's just bought his 4th item, and Cypress is still on his 2nd. Not even, maybe halfway through to his 3rd. His wits. That Lucian's gonna be pumping out damage. Even Ornn, and eventually these Ornn items have already come in. Just another influx of gold, pretty much like around 1,000 gold in value per Ornn item.
And I mean, we're really seeing Ornn in these fights as well, especially that last fight where Gragas was caught out, and then Ornn was just sitting in the back line, taking 2 carries of damage. Did not care at all.
Yep.
Yeah, and his engage as
Uh-oh.
well. Orange just brings so much utility to the team and tankiness.
Jason dashes in.
It's a long-range engage, it's disruption, it's CC, and it's just taking up physical space on the map. I mean, Ornn, like for example, JCQs can't get past an Ornn if he's in front of you.
It's another Baron play.
Well,
Another
Gragas
Baron
does
dance.
have TP.
Can they do this?
The Baron ballet begins again.
Are they gonna do the same thing? Gragas, they're gonna turn on Baron and just sit there and wait for people to show. They might even just
Wow,
They could
Burn
just
it,
burn
ulting
it. Like, they have the
already
carries to
5K.
burn.
Is Steven gonna?
They're
No.
gonna back it
Yeah,
up.
they don't want to. They don't want to flip the game. Smart.
That is the only way they do lose is if we get Baron
Yeah,
again.
they just need to keep on Baron and just wait, just sit here, let those bot supers come, and UNC has to go in
Jace
just like
walking
that.
up a bit too much.
Really
Has
good
to, like,
two-man
try
bubble.
to save the Jace.
Really good
Oh,
Yone
no.
R2 gets 2 on the back. One shots that Jace. Oh,
Oh.
UNC's just running for the hills now. Soraka's
Soraka
dead.
can't get out.
Is that game?
That could be game.
That might just be game. They
I
got
mean, even
Jace,
if it's
they
not,
got
it's
the
Baron.
Soraka. They're NC State's posturing just for the ends. They might just look to end it. They have just a free inhib bot.
Dog, that Lucian damage.
I think right there, like, Jay stepped a little bit too far off, and
Uh-oh.
Sejuani and
Rami-
Gragas had to protect it.
Rami, eat the minion wave.
Yeah, Jace was
It
doing.
might just be over here. It's just Varus, sole defender. But I don't even think Varus can shred through Ornn tankiness.
This is looking to be the end.
Wow,
No game 3.
Yeah, and there it is.
just like that, yeah.
And this game was much better than the first in terms of back and forth, but
I
it
agree,
really,
I agree.
I believe it really just got down to that one play bot side. That one Jace pick really flipped the entire game in the favor of State again.
Once it was even, UNC made that first misstep, and they just NC State snowballed the game. Snowballed from there.
Well, there you have it. NC State versus UNC. First game was like not that close, but then second game was actually pretty close back and forth game. It could have went either way, and it was both games were actually like really good to watch, very entertaining.
I really enjoyed that that Baron, the first Baron scramble where UNC gets the Baron and then flips the game. That was that was the fundamental moment where they realized they're like, oh, we can win this. And then it was just small missteps that really threw the game at the near the end. That Jace getting caught out bot lane, that was such a big deal. And that's not something you can really recover from easily. And that, like we mentioned, if State had any chance of coin flipping the Baron at that last fight, that was realistically UNC's best way back in the game, and it just didn't happen.
Yep.
Yeah, UNC initially, like, they were down quite a bit just because Elise was camping bot, ganking bot, always getting kills. And then that one Baron fight that we did turn around, and like we just saw that UNC had that spark of life back in them, and they even like pushed down to mid in him, and they they didn't almost, but the Soraka, the Nami bubble, and the Elise Cocoon mid lane like really stopped their push. And then, yeah, at that point, it was really close. It could have been anyone's game back and forth. And then just it spiraled out of control bot lane once Jace tried to 1v1 the Ornn, and then double TP came in.
Yeah, so you mentioned, like, the Jace flex.
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel about it?
I
Not looking
don't-
at the game as, like, oh, this is the stats we lost, but, like, do you think that is still a good thing going forward to keep around?
I think the way they drafted around it was pretty bad, but I think the flex itself, just as an option, is very strong. Because Jace as a pick is pretty strong, and kind of
Oh, we definitely saw that in this game.
yeah, it kind of ensures like either people to play around it. You want to play around a Jace, kind of just like any Caitlyn lane, where you want to make sure Jace is ahead. If a Jace is behind, he's pretty much useless. But yeah,
So, looking back all the way back to draft, just real quick, what would you have chosen in terms of just like if you know you're going to pick that Jace and flex it in some capacity, what would you have chosen to be a better team for what we were looking for?
just not the Soraka, honestly. If you're gonna go for a poke, you need a type of enchanter that can just disengage. So either Janna, Lulu, or Janna's probably the best option, or a Lulu or a Braum, one of those two. As for other picks, aren't really that important. They already picked Varus first. That's fine. I forgot. It was Varus Sedge, I think. I think all the other picks are fine. It's just I think the Soraka pick really doomed draft a bit. Not having any option. As you see, like all the fights were pretty close, even with Soraka healing, but State just has all these ways to just get onto you. And there's only so much those champs can do as, there's only, a Gragas R for disengage.
Yeah.
If they have that one more extra layer, maybe Janna Tornadoes, maybe Lulu Polymorphs, Lulu R's or Janna R's, might be able to turn those fights and maybe give more space to Jason Varus for poke.
I have to agree. I really think that the support, and even, yes, they would have had less pressure level 1 with a Janna instead of a Soraka. I still think it's just better overall, picking a Janna.
You could even go Karma there. Karma,
yeah, you can go absolutely go Karma, and Karma was banned the first game, correct, and not the second?
There were 5 ADC bans this game, so.
Oh yeah, ADCs were pretty much gone. I think you basically only had Lucian and Varus.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
I guess you still had Kai'Sa, but
You had Ashe as
To an
well, but
extent.
she's more of a support now.
yeah. But overall, I think that was a pretty good game. Is there any closing thoughts that you'll have on it? Anything else that you'd want to add? Any ideas that you could have been done, things that could have been done better? Things that you really just were like, wow, they did a great job doing this.
I am wondering what Rami's going to change his name to.
Oh, that's a good question.
Here we go.
We gotta ask them after. But yeah, no, NC State, I just like how they played well together. I feel like they were on the same page most of the time, knowing when to gank and when to rotate together. And just UNC, I didn't see as much quick rotations from them. They were kind of, like Adam said, doing their own kind of thing. Even that there's the multiple plays where they were all trying to make solo plays, and there's kills around the map, but it's separate. Sometimes 1v1 kills.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One thing that really stood out to me was how fast State was able to switch from, okay, we're looking for picks, we're looking to get those one-off fights and then moving on to an objective, to just being like, oh, we're deathballing now. We're just going to position better than you and
Yeah.
win the fights.
I think you could tell. I think it was just from the game results. State just clearly played as a much better team today. So
Yeah. Kind of sad that we
Kudos
don't
to
get to
them.
see a game 3.
That could have been a very exciting game 3.
Yeah.
especially with how especially with the UNC comeback, you know.
They're
When you're coming off of that like high of like, oh, we just made a comeback, you know, you feel like you can do anything.
Yeah.
So I would have loved to have seen a game 3, but unfortunately that's not what we get tonight. Overall, really good games. Looking forward to more in the future. Do we have any news about that? Anything game-wise coming up?
Yeah.
Okey-doke.
Nope.
No.
I think that's it for us
I think
tonight.
that's it. Yeah. Well,
Well,
All right.
it was nice having you guys at the desk. I mean, it was nice first time. Oh, it was nice first time being here on the desk. I always watch it like on stream. Being here is so different, very fun, and it was actually like really fun games. They were definitely fun games to watch. I always love seeing our team play and NC State play, and I guess is that it? Any more closing words, guys?
Thank you for coming out.
yeah,
and
thank you all for
watching.
coming out.
Hopefully we'll win next series.
Yeah,
Next set.
thank you for supporting UNC Esports, and we'll see you next time.
Okay.